Thank you, Devesh. Hi, everybody. Good evening and good morning to some of you who have logged in from different parts of the world. As Devesh mentioned, my name is Asmita and I'm originally from Pune, but currently I have logged in from Bangalore. And I got connected with WQO community for my own health transformation. I lost around 10 to 11 kgs. I lost a lot of fat and I was also able to work on my hair, skin, energy levels and also many of the blood parameters, right? So I could relate with personally a lot. Kudos to you for your transformation, and I'm sure it must have taken a lot of discipline and commitment on your side. So, yeah, as Devesh rightly said, detoxification is one of the most important things, and it is something which we neglect also sometimes. So, I'm really excited to share with you all today about in general detoxification and what is the kind of right way and the wrong way, or what else can we do to get the best results, right? So yeah, I'm sharing my screen. I hope it is visible to all of you. So yeah, let's go ahead and maybe just take 20-30 seconds and just type in the chat box what comes to your mind first when you listen to the word detox. Is it any juice, detox drink, or you really don't know? It is just a hype you're listening over and over again on social media. Maybe it is a very special diet, something that we need to follow, or it is only fasting, or elimination of toxins, digital detox. There might be so many things that can come to your mind, right? Correct. So let's understand what is the goal for today's session, actually, and how can you make the most out of this session today and start applying a few things in your routine, right? So first we will understand why to detox, why are we listening so much about it, what's the importance. Then we will also cover some myths versus facts regarding detoxing, some simple habits that we can follow for our natural detox system to work more efficiently, and also how to prevent toxins going inside our body, right? So let's get started. So, what will happen if we do not detoxify? Right? Consider a simple example. Say you're moving into a new house, or you have gone for a vacation and you're returning home. Or consider an example that you have not cleaned your house for, say, 1 week. What will happen? I'm sure you know it will be a real mess, and it's like literally impossible to stay in such a house, right? If there is dust everywhere, dirt everywhere, and we are actually not able to focus on anything. That is exactly what happens inside our body. So these are some, you can say, biological term or technical terms that happens. Basically, if toxins increase in our body, the load on our organs which are responsible for detoxification definitely increases. It can lead to oxidative stress, hormonal imbalance, and immunity might go down, and things like that. So, this is something which happens inside the body. But what we actually see is certain symptoms like low energy, hair fall, it may be even acne, it might be joint pain, it might be obesity, lot of fat gain, infertility, PCOD, cholesterol, it might be anything up to cancer. But one of the major causes of all these conditions is toxicity in our body, right? So that is the reason it is really important to flush those toxins outside, and that is the first step of your journey towards like journey towards wellness or your transformation journey, right? And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's understand some myths versus facts. So, who is this detoxification for? Is it for somebody who is already dealing with any disease? You have already been diagnosed with something, or what is it about, right? So, the fact is, it is needed by everybody, each and every person. need detoxification because, you know it or not, we like it or not, there are toxins in and around us always. Then second thing, we might think that toxins exist only outside us, maybe in the air, water, or food that we eat. But that's not completely true. Toxins get created inside our body also due to certain um, purification processes, or obviously there are many things happening inside our body. So our body does create toxins even inside our body, and it's needed to flush them out. Then third thing, toxin means poison. We might think it's very much poisonous, like a rat kill or something. So it's not that. Let's understand what is the reality. So basically, waste matter which is not handled properly is toxin. Let's consider again the example of our house. So if we keep all our garbage together, our e-waste, plastic waste, the wet waste, the peels of our veggies, fruits, everything dumped together, it's totally waste, right? And if it goes beyond a certain threshold, it can become poisonous. But if waste matter is kind of handled properly, many things can happen, like recycling can happen, or even say if we use the wet waste, it can also turn out to be a great manure. So that's the reality. So we need to handle the waste properly. Then how much time does it need for our body to detox? Right? We might think that if we do a 24 hours fasting, or say 2 days fruit fasting, water fasting, or some people also fast for entire 9 days continuously during Navratri. And we might think that, okay, that can help us detoxify. But no, that is not the complete truth. The truth is that this detoxification um, is an ongoing process. It happens continuously and requires certain supportive habits. When we think about detox, the most important organ, the first organ that comes to our mind is our liver. It's the main organ, but the fact is that there are more supportive organs, which we will see in detail, that also help us, or they play a crucial role in this process. So we have the liver to filter toxins and it metabolizes nutrients. Kidneys help us to flush the waste through urine. Lungs are used for removing carbon dioxide and other harmful gases. And skin is, I mean, we use the skin to remove toxins through sweat. And obviously, the digestive system, it uses the fiber that we eat and the good gut bacteria that we have. So, the important thing to understand here is that each and every person's like dominant organ to flush out toxins might be different. You might have seen that some people immediately get dust allergies if you're cleaning or you're outside. Someone might even start sneezing immediately, but another person might not. So their organ is lungs. Similarly, you might have observed that some people start sweating immediately, even if it's not too hot or even if they are not exercising. So that is their way of detoxifying. Toxins are getting out through the skin. So it's different for everybody. So let's understand, how do we detox from inside, right? What habit can we actually follow so that our toxins are flushed out? And yeah, I would really suggest you can also note these pointers down so that it can help you in the future and you can start implementing those right away. So first of all, let us understand the natural detoxing systems which are already there inside our body, right? Our human body is really great. Nature has made us really amazing. So we already have two systems inside our body that help us flush out the toxins. First one is the lymphatic system for the entire body, and second one is called as the glymphatic system, which is especially for the brain and the spinal cord. Not to worry much about these terms or going into the details, but just we can remember that there are two different systems inside our body. So the first habit is hydration. Point to remember to have at least 10 to 12 glasses of water daily, around 2.5 to 3 liters, and that supports our kidney function. The best way to start your day is with plain water. Warm might be even better. And we can also have certain things like mint, ginger, cucumber, or lemon infused water for extra flavor also. And it can obviously give some more benefits if we sip it throughout the day. And yeah, so we know this, but the point happens when we forget things, when we are juggling between too many tasks, we forget to drink water, especially during winters. It's pretty hard to actually keep up to that 3 liter level, right? So reminders can help, and fixing our environment such that we have a bottle of water with us can definitely help us. Coming to the second point, so this might be like I mean, we all know this, but it might be really simple for some people. It might be really hard for someone who has been really like following this habit for years together, right? So if we stop having caffeine empty stomach, what can happen? First thing is our gut health will improve and body will start detoxifying as our body is becoming alkaline slowly. Secondly, what caffeine does is it actually reduces the nutrient content in our body. So it depletes the nutrients like vitamin B, magnesium, which are pretty important nutrients that the liver needs for detoxification process. Then it reduces the toxic load from acidity. As I said, caffeine increases acidity. Even milk becomes kind of acidic when it gets into our body, right? So, and it supports hormonal balance if we stop having caffeine empty stomach. And what I would recommend is if you're really having caffeine any part of the day, one it is said that 1 cup of coffee requires up to 5 to 6 glasses of water to cover up for the dehydration that caffeine is doing to us. And also one more tip which I can give you all is if you are really habitual of starting your day with caffeine, you really can't give up on that. So two things you can do. Firstly, reduce the quantity initially and then start stopping it completely. And the second thing you can try it out is replace your coffee or tea with something else instead of cutting down completely. If you find a great replacement, for example, it can be as simple as jeera water. I have seen so many people benefiting from this and they have stopped at their early morning caffeine. Third thing is having detox friendly foods in our diet. So there are certain vegetables and fruits which have detoxifying properties like leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, citrus fruits, and also fat seeds, oats. So they help flush out waste. But if you are at a position currently that you're really craving junk and it's really, I mean, even if your coach is up to you that increase the quantity of salads, improve the number of veggies, include more varieties. I mean, I can definitely feel you, but believe me, in our body also like attracts like. So if you are keeping on taking in junk, you will crave for more junk only. If you slowly start including these raw veggies or even cooked veggies and fruits in your diet, you will start craving for that as well. There will come a point where you will miss salads if you don't get it. Then coming to movement, right? So we all know exercise is very important and it does help us improve or it helps our lymphatic system to work more efficiently. It boosts the circulation. And some quick hacks is that see it's not necessary that we all hit the gym or we need 1 hour of workout every day, because most of the times the concern is that I don't have time for workout or I cannot do heavy workout because of some or the other reason. So the good news is that any simple things like morning stretches, even walking, completing or targeting 10,000 steps a day. It can be as simple as that, but movement is essential. You can compare this with a car or any vehicle. Again, if you don't use it for a month, it will give you trouble when we try to start the ignition, right? So it is the same with our body. Our body will function well only if we are moving and we are functioning always. Next, coming to deep breathing. So most of us are actually breathing superficially normally. What can we do is include like 2 to 3 slots in a day where we can practice deep breathing for at least 15-20 counts. So how do you know that you're doing deep breathing? Is you can sit in such a position with your one hand on the chest and one hand on your belly. And when you take a deep breath, your belly should expand. When you breathe out, your belly should come in. That is the way you can, I mean, help your lungs detoxify. Right? Then, yeah, coming to good sleep, here comes the lymphatic system as we discussed. So, the thing is, when we have a good quality sleep, our immune function also improves. And the most important thing is our detoxification system, which is especially for the brain and spinal cord. It works around 50 to 60% more efficiently during the time 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Approximately the time of our deep sleep. So to go in the deep sleep, it is essential that we have that good sleep routine, good quantity and quality of sleep. Then reducing stress, definitely cortisol hormones increase when we are under a lot of stress, and reducing stress through certain techniques like journaling, gratitude journaling, meditation can help us reduce the cortisol overload. It supports the gut health, so gut health will remove toxins. It less stress means less better sleep as well, and we already saw how can sleep impact. And less stress means less binge eating and stress eating. So you're, I mean, saying no to many things like maida, sugar, artificial substances, which can cause issues in our body, right? So now let's understand what are the risks that external toxins can have on us, right? We might be ignoring these things completely. So we have multiple things like it can cause respiratory issues, say asthma, bronchitis, or heart health issues. Long-term exposure to toxins can also be cancerous, and they slowly degenerate our cells. So neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's can also happen. Obviously, it will lead to obesity, more fat gain, hormonal imbalance. Skin allergies can happen, gut health might disrupt, and things like that. So the thing here is, this is like slow poisoning. For example, if you eat burger, pizza, or any junk food, say once in 2 months, once in a month, or like rarely, it's your cheat meal. That won't cause too much harm to your body. But imagine if you are having the same thing for 6 to 7 months continuously. What will happen? Right? So we have been exposed to these toxins for say months and years together. So I would really like to take your attention here and see for yourself, your environment, your household, what has been there in your family for many years. And accordingly, you can make certain changes. Right? So let's understand how. The first thing is air pollution. It can be due to the vehicle, cigarette smoking, and indoor pollutants also. There is dust, obviously. And the solution is definitely to use air purifiers. It can really help people with asthma, bronchitis, any lung related disorders. And also wearing masks, protecting yourself in highly polluted areas. And we can all obviously have some good plants that can help us indoor. Then saying no to packaged food and junk food, or at least having it in moderation, because these obviously come with lot of sugar, maida, as I said, artificial sweeteners, artificial agents, you see in nature identical substances, maltodextrin and things like that. That can cause a lot of harm to our body. And the solution is definitely to opt for or always prefer home cooked food over processed foods or outside food. And one more good thing which we can actually learn is to read the labels of um, these packaged food before buying it actually. And if you have these at home, you will definitely end up eating. If you do not have, you will not. So adjusting our environment also plays a major role. Then coming to our kitchen, right? So there can be so many sources of toxins inside our kitchen, starting from our utensils, non-stick pans, aluminium cookware, plastic containers. You can also check your cutting board and many more things, right? So what we can do is prefer stainless steel, very high quality stainless steel utensils, and also avoid like plastic storage containers. We can opt for steel or glass, which are much better, and that can help us reduce toxicity which is around us. Water contamination, yes, due to heavy metals, industrial pollutants, there can be toxicity in water as well. And obviously, we have been using this. So I'm sure everybody uses some filter at home. Then coming to personal care products, right? So this might be a surprise for some of you. And yeah, the sources are cosmetics, shampoos, deodorants, some perfumes. What we can go for is certain natural or organic products, and we can look for terms or we can see the contents in those products and search for paraben free and sulfate free. We have so many cleaning products, say vinyls or the things for cleaning our floor, utensils, air fresheners, right? So at least we need to be conscious that these are having toxins or chemicals and it is harming us slowly. So at least we can take care to use a mask while you cleaning and things like that. And we can also opt for certain eco-friendly products which can help us. Then coming to the pesticides, um, so yeah, conventionally grown fruits and vegetables do have pesticides, and what we can opt for is organic. I'm sure you all know organic is also trending these days, and we need to definitely wash our fruits and veggies thoroughly. Then, yeah, coming to medicines, regular consumption of chemical medicines can cause harm to us. So we can try to be not dependent too much on medicine. At least for simple stuff, we can use certain home remedies. And if you have been advised by a doctor that you have to take this medicine, then I would recommend please stay in touch with your doctor. Please do not make any changes without discussing with your coach and your doctor. But definitely, lifestyle changes which we do can help you like reduce the bad impact these medicines might have on your health. So making these lifestyle changes will anyways help you. But yeah, unless and until you confirm with your doctor, please do not make any changes. And last but not the least, about the electronic things that we all have around us all the time, prolonged screen time, proximity to electronic devices. Even while sleeping, we have our mobile near us. So what we can do is limit our screen time or take breaks in between so that it's good for our eyes as well as our nervous system. And we can also keep our e-devices away from our bedroom, right? We can just keep them outside or on flight mode. So yeah, last but not the least, let us see what all does it take for toxin removal and how does this process actually happen in our body. Let's see a small example. right? So I just want to conclude by saying that it's not just one habit that is going to help you. All these things put in together is going to help you flush out toxins. And yeah, I'm sure you might have made some notes for yourself. And do discuss with the person who has invited you before making any changes. He or she can recommend you some amazing things that you can change in and around you. So yeah, that's it. What I wanted to share. Thank you so much for listening to me. And yeah, back to you, Devish. Thank you.